people might just want to ask discount, free coffee, but eventually it's not.
Welcome to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong and I'm here today with Encik Azhar Mohammad from Seri Pacific Hotel Kuala Lumpur, and we're going to talk about how these amazing gentlemen have kept the hotel going in the last 2.5 years and how he is going to put the hotel back in the market. So welcome, Mr. Azhar. Thank you so much for coming to HAPA TV studio.
Thank you very much, Jenny. I think we have not seen quite some times.
Yeah, what, 4 years? 4 years?
It's going to be 2 years, I think. And during the PKP, and then it was a great pleasure that you invited me for this session. Then which I can share with you and whatever viewpoints that I have for the public audience as well.
Yeah, lovely. And before we talk more with Encik Azhar, I'd like to really congratulate you, Encik Azhar.
Thank you.
I am truly amazed with the tenacity and the resilience of general managers in hotel. I mean, you talk about entrepreneurs, you talk about business entrepreneurs and owners holding on to a business. You talk about parents and mothers holding on to their families. You haven't even gone to a hotel general manager for holding on to a hotel with that many team members, number one, stakeholders in business, of course, the hotel owners, as well as the guests. Yeah.
Yes.
So really, you want to talk about resilience. I think, all general managers deserve it. Really deserve the recognition.
Okay. 2020 and 2021 was the biggest challenge for all the hotel general manager.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, for those GM have went through the recession in 1998, and I think we already have the cost containment plan with us.
Right.
All right. So when the day that the announcement of lockdown, the whole nation and the whole world, so it's a little bit difficult actually for the general manager. And especially when talking about sustainable, we're talking about how to remain and sustain the staff to work with us without going through any retrenchment.
Right.
Okay. But I can consider I'm one of the lucky general manager because
why is that so?
Because the staff are all together with us. I believe so during the good time, the owner, the company and the management taking good care of the staff, whatever benefit and so and so. So during the PKP, when we decided to go to half-month salary for everyone, including the general manager, 15 days unpaid leave for everyone. So the objective is so we did not retrench any single staff. We want to maintain them. For a moment, it's quite difficult to convince the staff, and we did a town hall with the staff, and after 2 months, then slowly the staff understand, in order for us to keep going, so they have to support us.
Yeah. I mean, that's a sustainability plan anyway, right? Yeah.
But we also consider very lucky because of the program that organized by the government. Right. Which they organize these quarantine customers who stay in the hotel. That keep us afloat.
Keeps going. Right.
Keep afloat. But during the PKP as well, the pandemic as well, in order for me to support the staff, I created a food bank.
Oh, okay. A food bank?
Food bank. I created a food bank, which the staff can come and collect every day they want.
Ah.
So I have the assistance from few of my corporate friends. I got a couple of friends. Hey, please donate something for me. Some donate me these bras. Some sugar, Maggi. So in the food bank we have full items.
Right.
Even the baby pampers.
So all the necessities,
all the necessities, the basic necessity for the staff, and they collected every day.
Right.
This is just to ease their burden.
Yeah. That's a fantastic idea. Well, how long did you run that for?
Even until 1 month after we back into business. I'm still carrying on until the stock finish.
Wow. That is beautiful. And that's for all the staff, right across.
All the staff, plus management.
Wow. Now that's amazing help, isn't it? I mean, the basic needs is where a lot of people were struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really struggling to even, put food on the table, let alone, all the extra needs of, for example, the diapers and for the kids, clothes and medication, for example. Yeah.
I even got support from the director who don't even take the allowance, and the allowance is to give it, okay, Azhar, this is for the staff.
Right.
So
a lot of support system.
A lot of support, a lot of support, a lot of support.
Yeah.
And it is something amazing.
Right.
And that's where we learn about cost containment, in order to keep sustain.
Right.
The word is sustainable.
Right. And and do you think that is the key of how it sort of kept the hotel through and kept you through?
Correct. But it needs a lot of patience and strong mental. If not, you run away 24 hours.
That's the thing, right? I mean, we talk about how do people stay resilient? How do anybody stay resilient? And particularly a hotel general manager, right? I mean, you've got the whole hotel to run, you've got people to take care of, you have stakeholders to take care of. Personally, Azhar, how did you personally keep the things going, kept things in order, kept yourself, really motivated and being resilient, truly, to carry on?
Actually, with the help of the staff, with the support of the team members, with the support of the directors, nothing so much about financial, but to keep sustain.
Right.
So we got to work through in order for us to back into track. But as I mentioned again, without the full support from the staff, it is very difficult for the general manager to carry on with whatever the plan they have.
Right, and of course you had that, from your team.
Yes,
very, very 100%. What was the most difficult time for you in the whole career? I mean, you've been what? How long have you been a general manager now? Gosh, in the whole
28 years.
28 years. Gosh. Yeah. And so in this last 28 years, right? Is this one of your toughest time in your career in the 28 years?
The best experience and the best knowledge which money can buy. Along the years you've been being a general manager, domestically and internationally, and I felt this is the best experience.
And why is that so?
Okay, you just imagine we are in the middle of the sea, with a difficult situation, and you have to keep afloat. So then. And when we managed to survive during this pandemic, and now in the recovery period, and I feel so proud of myself. Then a lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues say, "Hey, you have done good. We did not retrench any single staff." That is the best thing.
Right.
Because I remember my chairman told me before, Azhar, no matter what, do not retrench any single staff. Right. So that's what I'm doing. Right. And we maintain that.
Right. And it was really good that you had the support system, not just from your team, but also from your directors and your shareholders. And and that's really important, right? Yeah. And what was your biggest learning that you could share with up-and-coming general managers, the younger generation of general managers? What was your biggest learning in this whole process?
Mentally, you must be strong. Right. Okay. You don't reserve yourself. When you become a general manager, do not reserve yourself. Mix around with public, mix around with the customers. You never know when you might need their help. So it become a close. But certain general manager, they might scared that knowing too many people might just want to ask discount, free coffee, But eventually it's not.
It's a bond, it's a friendship.
It's a bond. Right? And eventually, whenever they wanted to go out for dining or they want to book a room for a friend, you might be the first one to come out in the mind. Come across the mind. Hey, I have friends there, man. The public sometimes, they are happy to know that if they knew a GM of the hotel.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, they can ask a lot of things. Booking for friends, special discount like 10%, 15%. I think it's a normal for hotel general manager. They've been given budget for that.
Right.
So for my advice to young general manager, meet up as much as a customer as possible. Your business card is for you to throw to public, not to keep. That's my advice to the young general manager.
Great advice. I mean, you know, being out there, literally, right? I mean, we're all in the hospitality business, and you know, we're there to provide the service, the network, and whatnot. I mean, that's all part of us. You know, the face of the general manager is the key to the brand, right? And that's what we always say. You look at the hotel, you look at the brand, and then it equates to who the particular general manager is. And the thing is, okay, so what exactly are the plans, Azhar, you've put into place for the hotel in 2023? Okay,
for Seri Pacific Hotels, so what we're going to do, we are in the midst of starting a plan to do refurbishment for the hotels. You know? The hotel has been, say, already almost 36 years. The last renovation, if I'm not mistaken, was 2015. Wow. If I'm not mistaken. So we're starting to work on refurbishment. We're starting open call for tender, you know, for interior design stage, and hopefully by middle of next year we can start our program. You know, and that is how for us to keep at par with the rest of the new hotels. I believe so. A lot of new hotels coming up, like a mushroom.
Yes.
You know, so, but I still believe into our location of the property. You know, location of the property. Because this is based on the guest comments that I received. Eventually, the location was the highest remarks. And then with the adjacent to the World Trade Center, you know, so that might help the hotel to move forward.
What about service, though, Azhar? How do you level up? The service standards. I mean, now, you know, we know that talents, especially hospitality talents, are short. Is the hotel taking in talents from overseas? How is it that you're prepping the team to deliver the kind of service that people are expecting?
I believe so. That's the problem that's facing by all the general managers of the hotels now. You know? And it's so difficult to get new talent now. And so what they do now, I think majority of the hotel now have to get part-timers from outside in order for us to keep the service, you know, service level, especially for banqueting, and even now for the restaurant as well, you know. Like I mentioned, I used to have 400 overstaff. Then during the pandemic period, when we decided to go for 15 days unpaid leave, majority of them have gone into a new business. You know, so I believe they start scared of coming back to the hotel industry. This is what worry me as well. My conversation with a couple of academicians, hotel school, universities, everything, you know, I did even throw a question to them. Have you have any plan how to convince the new students to come in to take the
as a career?
As a career, you know. So hopefully they have a plan. Because these are the things can help us in the hotel industry for next year. So currently what I'm doing as well, I'm taking students from Indonesia, you know, students from Indonesia for 6-month programs. And hopefully that will help a little bit.
I think it's important. It's the motivation factor that is a bit missing at the moment. Of course, it was added on, you know, the lack of motivation to come back to the industry, to the hospitality industry, is because of COVID. You know, people losing their jobs, and they all, you know, sort of like you say, they found new things, and it's like, oh, back again to hospitality. What happens if there is another collapse? Well, there's the thing. If you look at the entire global market in terms of any other businesses, it's not just hospitality and tourism market that has been affected badly, right? There's so many other industries that have as well faced a lot of loss of employment. So I think, you know, looking at how they call it the revenge travel, right? Coming back, and all the hotels and airlines are full. I really hope to see, you know, that Malaysian hotels and hoteliers are working towards elevating the standards in Malaysia to sort of level up customer experience, because I think that's the key. And that's my last question here for Azhar is, how does Hotel Seri Pacific going to assure customer experience, service excellence are all present for 2023?
Okay, we're going to have a lot of plan for the staff for next year. We're going to focus on human capital. You know, we're going to focus on a lot of trainings. You know, training. That's where you should come in already.
Right.
You know, so we're going to organize a lot of training on the food and beverage training, the services. I even have some ideas from people to bring robotic for check-in, but I'm not in favor of that robotic check-in because we still feel about the human touch, the hospitality, and I want to maintain that.
Right.
You know, and Sri Pacific also, we're going to work based on the traditional Malaysian look. For example, my bellboy, my doorman still wearing baju Melayu, you know, the doorman wearing tangka, you know.
Nice.
I want to maintain that.
Nice.
Even though for the new refurbishment, then the bed runner also going more into songket, you know. So, and I doubt the hotel in Kuala Lumpur have that anymore. So I wanted to do that.
Okay, it's a true Malaysian hospitality.
True Malaysian hospitality, you know, this is what I'm doing. But back again, training going to be the first agenda.
Very good.
For next year. You know?
Very nice. Very good.
I told my HR, you need to increase the credit, you know, credit hours for the training, you know. Hours,
that's good. Okay. Very, I mean, I think that's really important, to be able to equip the team, the new talents or even the existing talents with the right skill sets to be able to deliver the kind of service, that's very needed.
Yes.
Right, thank you. Before we end, Azhar, any last words to the audience?
Hopefully, we can have a lot of support from the public, you know, towards the hotel industry. And I believe so all the general managers can work together, you know, to share ideas, you know, in terms of how we can sustain and recover for next year.
Yeah. Beautiful. I think that's key. That's really nice, and I'm truly looking forward to be part of it. You know, to gather all the general managers and brainstorm ideas and figure out how best to bring the whole industry up.
Yes, I believe so.
Great. Thank you so much, Azhar, for your time.
Thank you very much, Jenny, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate, you know.
Yes.
Right?
And all the best, and I wish you as well as Hotel Sri Pacific Kuala Lumpur the best. And hope to see things coming up again. Yes. So that was Azhar Mohammad from the Sri Pacific Hotel Kuala Lumpur. Really, really amazing hotelier, veteran, and look, if you want to go visit the hotel for a true Malaysian hospitality, go to Sri Pacific Hotel Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much for your time. And we come to the end of the session, and we look forward to seeing you again at our next show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.